You were tuned in to episode 35. Yes, I said it. Episode 35 of the Goodfellas podcast. I am your host, G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. It's in the building. As you can see, I am solo right now, but I don't even really care though. I don't even really care right now. You know what I'm saying? Uh I started off by myself, and it is what it is. Big shout out to VP Shane. He will not be in the building today. Big shout out to him. Um, Boxing First Vlog may be in here today. Waiting to get word from him, but at the very least, he gonna be in the comment section. So, big shout out to my bro Andre Southgate in the building. Say what's going on, brother. What's going on, good brother? Appreciate you jumping on as usual. You know, you family. You know what I'm saying? My man Adrian in the building. What is going on? What's up with you? Listen, we coming off a crazy weekend of fights, man. Lomachenko did his thing. Um, I mean, it was probably about like 30 different fighters that fought Saturday, man. And then it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? Um, for the last 2 weeks, it's just been, action packed as far as boxing is concerned. Um, but what we talking about today, listen, if y'all following me on Instagram, if you following me on Twitter, you already know what time it is. Errol Spence put up a tweet basically saying a certain somebody is talking shit on social media, but they not answering their phone. Now, I originally seen that. I'm a responsible media person, so I'm gonna tell y'all where I got it. Um, I seen it from my man L Dub. My man L Dub the plug. Big shout out to him. And I seen it from my man Stay Ready Boxing. Big shout out to Stay Ready. Um, you know, they said he put it up. They said Spence put it up, then he deleted it. He said, and I quote, talking all that shit on social media, but won't answer the phone. Now I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Spence calling from a private number. I don't know if he coming up as scam likely on the phone. I don't know. I mean, who he calling? Who he calling? Is he calling? Is he calling? Let me see, my man. See how my man sounded, man. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Man, mic check 1 2 1 2 was good.
Yeah. Hey man, you sound clean, brother. You sound clean, man. We got Don Shotter
Man,
24 in the building. What's up with
man, my internet on frisky over here. This shit is acting up, bro. But I'm gonna try to stay in as long as I can with you.
you? Hey
But
man,
we had talked about it off camera. You know what it is.
yeah, we appreciate the effort, man, no doubt. Don Shotter 24 in the building, man. Big shout out to you, bro. For the people that don't know, that is Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt Bayless, in the building. You know what I'm saying? Integral partner of the team. You understand what I'm saying? And vlog, did you see the message that Spence sent out and then deleted it?
You know what I mean? When you supposed to be standing in the bird's eye view sort of position, why you shouldn't be having to call nobody, but that they take it down, or whoever told him to take it down, or whoever put it
Good.
up took it down. I don't know.
Great
You know what I'm
point.
saying? But
Great point. Great point. I wasn't even thinking about that. Great point, man.
it's it's
Andre
me,
Southgate,
baby.
put a one up if you can hear him. He was on mute, but put a one up if you can hear him. Um, yeah, I mean, it's funny because Spence, it's crazy how you can go from the hunter to the hunted very, very quickly. It wasn't, I mean, in my memory box, it wasn't that long ago. Spence was the one chasing everybody. He the one that was chasing the Kell Brooks, the Keith Thurmans, the Danny Garcias, all the who's at 147. And I'm like, you look at it right now, he's surrounded by Bud, he's surrounded by Boots. Um, I mean, Ugas might get in the mix. So he has a nice full menu ahead of him. He can't complain about lack of opponents. I'll tell you that much. You know what I'm saying? TMF CMOS, what's going on? They said they can hear you, man. Appreciate y'all. Burt Wood in the building. Big shout out to Burt Wood. He said Ryan Garcia wants to be a ring girl now for Top Rank. Um, you the second person I seen say something along those lines. My man DC3 the Boom Man said something like that. I don't know. Did something happen with Ryan Garcia that I don't know about? Vlog. Yo, your volume, baby. You mute. You on mute, baby.
What's going on, man? I'm
No,
gonna
go
shut
ahead. We ain't
down.
hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. You just had the mute button
It's
on.
a
That's
little
all.
delay. No, I ain't
That's
had no.
fine.
It's a delay, bro. Yeah, it's a little delay. So if y'all get a little delay, that's because it's internet like acting crazy. I'm over here in the Air Force Zone, so they got
Okay.
control of these wires and shit like that. So anyway, like I was saying, man, um, he got a little facial cream thing he had been working on. So maybe people trying to cap because of that. I don't know, but
Is
I
that what
mean,
that
it's
is?
just talk though. Yeah, it's just chatter, man. People be clowning, man. I was just on IG with some dude that was trying to call Tank a fraud because this last pay-per-view wasn't his best pay-per-view. At some point in time, if you look back, even over somebody like Mayweather's career, one of those pay-per-views didn't do as good as the very best pay-per-view. So are you giving them credit for the worst pay-per-view or are you giving them credit for the best pay-per-view? So where in there is he a fraud? You know what I'm saying? Like you roll snake eyes one time, that means you can't shoot dice no more. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you doing it repeatedly, yeah, you might need the dice taken out your hands. You know what I mean? This dude can't catch a seven to save his life. But in the situation that I was talking to the dude on IG about, and I ain't giving him no respect because just I could feel it. His message had a tone to it, and it's just like, come on, bro, y'all dudes it's hard to even talk boxing with dudes that so firm on their stance without solid base. Because he threw out Canelo, who we know is the best European tour performer in the history of boxing. Like he go on the best Euro tours ever seen in boxing by any Latin fighter, any Western fighter, American, Canadian. Ain't nobody been on a better Euro tour than Canelo. So he used him in the one fight he had with a mainstream Western fighter in Caleb Plant. The numbers was just crazy. Okay, that was one fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just hard to talk boxing with these dudes, like I said, man. So when they get to talking crazy about dudes, young Ryan and what he's doing in these boxing streets or not doing, it's understandable, but I can't really take them seriously. So
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I didn't know what was going on with him, but that wasn't the first time I seen Ryan Garcia name today. Let me get through these comments and then we're gonna jump back on this Spence thing, this 147 thing. Andre Southgate, he said Lion Garcia can't believe what he be saying. Garcia had a depression or something like that. Conrad Boxing in the building. Big shout out to you, family. Said Andre said Conrad, the man, the myth, the legend, still number one. Conrad, you need to take a bye in this round. Let us catch up. We talking about the fantasy league on G5JeffTV.com. If you're not registered to that, man, I don't know what the hell wrong with you. Said, haha, it is only 2 points, Andre. Bruce Goes is taking over. Bruce Goes made a strong push as well. Andre, feel free to just take one pick in the prediction league. Give us a chance. Yeah, you're not that far behind, bro. You like top 5, bro. Second Ezra in the building.
Hey,
What's
bro.
going on with you? Yes, sir.
Let me spit real quick for you finish these comments.
Go ahead.
Man, we gotta mix it up a little bit, man. We got a lot of what we know as mainstream fights, main event fights. I think we gotta throw these folks a curveball, see if they really doing their boxing homework, and hit them with a fight like this eliminator fight we got coming up between Yomar Alamo and the boy Liam Preo,
Yeah, I seen
however
you.
you pronounce it.
I
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
seen your post on that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But not just because I posted it, but just because if you really analyzing the fight, it's a decent fight. Both these dudes got donuts. Both these dudes have accomplished a few things in boxing, a couple of lower tier straps, things like that. So they'd have been around the streets a little bit, and maybe it's their time to show and prove they can step up, and they deserve that shot because that's a major shot. We talking undisputed. So the implications for a fight like this, I think it deserves to be on the league. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that's just
yeah,
my
we can
point of view. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, we switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean everything's worth a roundtable meeting, so we definitely have a
Yeah, I mean,
roundtable meeting on that, no doubt, no doubt. I ain't opposing a roundtable meeting, so yeah, we definitely do that. And people that's listening right now, if there's any fights that's not in the fantasy league that you want to see in the fantasy league, leave it in the comment section or email us at contact@g5ftv.com. That's contact contact at g5ftv.com. And if y'all some day ones, y'all might be a part of the the roundtable meeting as well, man. Willie G, what's going on, good brother? He said, what's good, fellas? Hey man, everything good. We gonna chop it up today. TMF CMOS, what pay-per-view numbers did Tank and Cruz do? What did Tank and Leo Santa Cruz do? Did that do 200? That do 200?
if I'm correct, I think officially it was 170
Like
something. I
175?
think they said
175?
77, 177.
Yeah.
So not too bad, not
Yeah.
too far away. That's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
decent. You know what I mean?
Little under a deuce. I think so.
Yeah.
Conrad Boxing. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
the league got updated. Yeah, the league got updated, bro. Now, like I said, the people that's in the league, man, double check y'all points because Shane is doing it like manually, but it has been a couple of mistakes pointed out. So definitely double check and make sure that your points are accurate. We're going through the process of trying to get it automated, so I won't leave it all up to Shane to do. But that's another roundtable meeting for off camera that we're gonna have to have. So I'll definitely talk about that with the fellas. Andre Southgate, nah, man, you way over 2 points at the moment, unless I'm blind as a bat. Yeah, Conrad, I don't think Conrad looked at it when he commented. He said, Andre, I see Joseph top 3 again already. Yeah, Joseph had a monster week. I think he got like 11, 12 points. He backed the defender's title for sure. Willie G, Tank pay-per-view numbers, 100,000 in digital buys. Only they don't have the final number yet per conversation from yesterday. Yeah, so what I seen from I seen anywhere between 60 to 70, and then I seen up to 100. I heard 53 personally. But we can just say between 60 to 100 just to round it off nice. My man Blaze Philly 215 in the building, man. Big shout out to you, bro. Fantasy football playoffs start this Sunday. I'm spanking all of y'all, and I need my money promptly after I win this league, bro. No doubt. Burt Wood, Ryan wants to fight Cambosis. He does not want to get in line. Second Ezra said, I got Liam beating Alamo. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta do my homework on that before I decide who wins that fight. I ain't gonna fraud. Andre
Can I
Southgate,
comment?
go ahead, bro.
That is a fight he can win. Just to update my dude G5 Jeff TV, Alamo is coming in with a pretty stiff jab, but the way the dude Liam fight off that back foot, and he got a little sting to his shots. He could make a little something happen in this fight. But the boy Yomar, he got to fight smart, and his punches it's more of a wear and tear, unless he just catching cold or something like that. But I don't think it's gonna be a bang, like a bangers type of fight. It's gonna be more of a chess match in there.
Okay.
But I'm leaning Liam. I like the name Liam anyway. I might name my next son Liam.
Yeah, you and them Liams, man. He said Joseph, yeah, Shane told me about him, but G5 the champ at the moment. Um, yeah, I Joseph is the champ. I'm the franchise champ. He's the champ. Um, Conrad, he said, I don't even want to see Chisora Parker 2 in the real league. I'm not a big fan of that fight, but I know a lot of people are. So that's why we put it on there. We are going to throw a curveball in, maybe even two before the year out. Really just to test to see
Man,
how hardcore people are, you know. He said, yeah, everybody not too happy about that fight. Don't mind it. Chisora won the first fight, in my opinion. He said it was dreadful to watch. Yeah, that was a hard fight to watch, man. Chisora Parker won. That was a hard fight to watch. Because both of them, because he was gassed after 4 rounds, man. He was done. I don't even know how he lasted the other 8. Um, TMF CMOS, what do you think of Marcus Brown versus Beterbiev? If Beterbiev is Beterbiev, Brown ain't lasting 5 rounds. He's not lasting 5 rounds. But if for some reason if Brown can avoid the money shot, he might get stopped deep. But I still think he's getting stopped either way. Um, and the main reason I say that, bro, is because he took shots from a man that had the whole GNC store in his system, and Jean Pascal. You know what I'm saying? All of the pills, all the herbs, all the spices, all the ones that had a warning label and say do not digest or ingest. He took all that shit. He took all of it. You know what I
hey
mean?
Jeff,
Like, yes,
what
sir.
you say? He had a gumbo of the finest juices.
Yeah, he had a
A
nice
gumbo.
plethora of the finest juices. You know what I'm saying? Little side of gumbo. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Willie G, I'm talking about Eastside Cruz fight pay-per-view numbers. That's per Espinoza. Yeah, Espinoza said it was like 100,000. I think he's lying, to be honest with you. I was told in the 50s, and I was also told between 60 and 70. That's probably 100,000 just sounds so much better than 60 or 70. So it's probably around the 60, 70 range. Miles, big shout out to you, bro. He said, where does Michael Hunter go now after the draw with Foster? Run it back. Run it back. I'm big on I'm not Shane. Shane don't like rematches and all of that. And that's as my man Vlog would say, it's kind of that young buck way of thinking. But some of the best fights of all time has been rematches and trilogy. So I don't know why he's not a fan of rematches. I understand why, but he need to run that back. He need to make that right. That's what the great fighters do. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Now, I've been over here giving your boy Foster a lot of steam. You know what I mean? Got a lot of for the boy. I wouldn't run it back. I take this. It's not a win. It's still a win because he's a second tier fighter. So I try to go real money fight at heavy.
My man Vlog jumped off. He having problems with his internet. So Bert Woods said, G5, can you explain what the advantages are for Loma lead foot being on the outside of Comey lead foot? Absolutely. You know what? Let me get through the rest of these comments, and I will definitely get to that. I love technical questions like that. Andre Southgate, Hunter goes hunting somewhere to find out how to win. Toshi in the building. Big shout out to Toshi. He said, are you putting Zerto fight on the league? We're gonna discuss that. I would like to. We're gonna discuss that though. Alamo got that Ike Corte jab. I think Liam has the edge. Yeah, I like Alamo's jab. I gotta do some more homework on that before I decide a winner. Do y'all want that? Y'all want that Alamo fight? Alamo and Liam fight in the league? Let me know. Yeah, I believe it. If it's a close fight, it should be a rematch. Yeah, I think They need to. They don't have nothing else better to do, Andre. They might as well run it back. Let me get to my man Burt Wood question before I get back into this Spence thing and this 147 thing. He said, G5, can you explain what the advantages are for Loma lead foot to be outside of Comey's lead foot? So Burt Wood, this is classic orthodox versus southpaw. So basically, for Loma's lead foot is going to be here. Let me see a vlog. Bro, your device not connected, man. So Loma's right foot should be lined up with let me see if I can get him back in here. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Mic check, man. I'm on
Okay.
the web is over here on its own, man. It's doing what it do. I apologize to everybody that's in the chat.
Don't worry about it.
So
Don't worry
I
about
don't
it.
even know if I should stay in here, bro. This shit is bad.
You can, if you want to jump off for a little
I
bit, you
can't even
can.
see
If you want.
G5 right now, so I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
if
but
y'all can
just jump
still
off for
see
a little
me
bit.
or hear me. I'm gonna slide up out of here, man. Jeff, do what it do, bro.
All right, bro. All right. So, Burt Wood, G5, can you explain what the advantages are for Loma lead foot to be outside of Comey's lead foot? So, great question. So basically, Loma is the southpaw. I mean, his right hand is in front. Comey is orthodox. I mean, his left hand is in the front. Loma being a southpaw, his right foot is his lead foot. With Comey, he's an orthodox fighter, so his left foot is his lead foot. So quite naturally, when a southpaw fights an orthodox fighter, a lot of times they step on each other's feet because they're battling for position, and one guy might step on top of the other guy's foot. Now, some of the crafty fighters might step on top of the guy's foot to get them to stay in place and then get their punches off. The benefits of Loma actually having his foot on the outside of Comey's foot is because basically that stops Comey from basically moving to the side that's most natural to an orthodox fighter. So an orthodox fighter, if they like to pivot out, they like to pivot out to their left. So if Comey wanted to circle the ring, he's going to circle to his left. You know what I'm saying? He's going to circle this way to his left. That's the natural way that an orthodox fighter will circle. That's not saying that they can't circle to their right, but the benefits of it is, number one, it locks Comey in place. It locks him in place. That's number one. So if you keep your foot on the outside of Comey's foot, what that's going to do is that's going to give you the proper angle for you to actually attack and minimize what Comey can throw back. That's number one. Number two, what you can also do is you can force Comey to move to his right, which is going to lead him to which is going to lead him to Lomachenko's left hand, either a straight left hand or a left hook or something to the body. But it leads Comey to Lomachenko's strong hand. And then thirdly, if you're cutting off, basically half of Comey's attack, there's only so many punches he can throw and be defensively responsible as well. So there's a lot of different things a lot of different benefits to Lomachenko having his foot, or any southpaw having their right foot on the outside of the orthodox fighter's left foot. It's a lot of benefits to it. I wish I could actually show like some film and actually break that down, but those are the main things that would benefit a southpaw fighter over an orthodox fighter. Let me see. TMFC Moss, he said, I missed your live about Deontay Wilder. It seems like all heavyweights have a fight scheduled. So if he does come back, who do y'all think will be his first fight back? And when do you think he returns? If he's serious about coming back, I would say maybe I could see him doing September 2022. Mind you, he needs to take a nice long break after going through that trilogy with with Tyson Fury. That takes a lot out of you. You know what I'm saying? Quite naturally, he's not going to be the same fighter. I would say September. Um, and I can see him fighting. If Charles Martin beats Luis Ortiz, I can see him fighting the Charles Martin. In September. But I don't think he's retiring. Though it's just something that we decided to run with. Conrad Boxing Joe Joyce got a fight announcement coming up. Please let it be Herkovich. That's a good fight. I think he beats Herkovich, but that's a really good fight. I hope that's it too. TMF, yeah, he in recovery, broken hand, probably come back in May, June. I reckon he should fight the loser of Usyk versus AJ. Uh, Wilder probably won't get that fight. Um, but he just need a solid comeback fight, get back in the win column, get his confidence back. You know what I mean? He said Joyce versus Herkovich is a good fight. I definitely love that fight. Shouldn't Joyce have a shot at the loser? Joyce should definitely be in line for a shot, no doubt. Andre Southgate, Joyce should have a fight for the title. He's mandatory. Um, Joyce is just kind of just waiting in the wings. He's just waiting for that AJ Usyk, Fury, Dillian White, that all that dust to settle, and then he should be first in line. Conrad Boxing, he said that will be a real heavyweight slugfest. Absolutely. Bert Wood said, thank you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the question. My man L Dub the plug in the building, man. Big shout out to L Dub the plug. We kind of got a little bit off topic. He said, do you know who Carl Dargan is fighting on Christmas? I'm hearing this Kenny Sims Jr. I heard the same thing, but I can confirm that and call you tonight. I heard it's Kenny Sims. I heard it's Kenny Sims Jr. as well. So you getting the same info I'm getting. But that card on Christmas Day is not bad. It's not a bad card at all. Especially for Christmas Day. You know what I'm saying? It's a good card. But let's get back into this. Let's get back into this Errol Spence thing, man. Like, Errol Spence put on social media, and from what I'm being told and what it looks like, it looked like he deleted it. He basically came out and said a certain somebody is talking all that shit on social media, but won't answer the phone. That's what Spence said. He said somebody that's talking shit on social media is not answering the phone. Miles Williams said, "What a performance by Keyshawn Davis the other night." Yeah, Keyshawn is a problem. Keyshawn is a problem, man. Keyshawn is going to be special. And the thing is, Miles, as long as he don't run into that Cuban dude, he kept losing to in the Olympics. He lost to this dude like 3-4 times. This goes to show you how good these Cubans are, because Keyshawn is a monster. Keyshawn is a monster. You know what I'm saying? Andre said he talking about Crawford. We don't know who he's talking about. We assuming Crawford. He said, I changed my phone number. Sorry, Earl. That is funny. Yo, that is funny. That is hilarious, yo. My number is the same. Unless he came up as scam likely, he didn't call me. He definitely ain't called my phone. You know what I'm saying? But he said he's calling somebody's phone. They not answering, man. I'm like, is it Bud? Is it Boots? Is it Thurman? Like, who is he calling? Like, I can't imagine that he's calling Boots. I mean, Boots is definitely answering that call for sure. And I don't think it's Bud. I mean, Bud been calling Spence out for a very long time, and I don't think he never showed any interest to fight Thurman. So I don't know. I don't know who Spence is talking about. Maybe he got the wrong number or something. Maybe Bud changed his number, or Boots changed his number, or I mean, if he's trying to get in contact with Boots, I mean, I can definitely put him in contact with somebody that can get in contact with him. I can get him in contact with Boozy if he's trying to get in contact with Boots. Strength and conditioning coach Rob Acosta. Big shout out to my guy Rob Acosta. I can definitely get him to, get Boots the phone. So if he's looking for Boots, I'm in the city, so I can make that happen if that's what Spence is Is that if that's who Spence is talking about? If he's talking about Bud, I don't have those connections, but I just thought it was interesting. But it really goes into what do people think Spence psyche is right now, because when you look at it, Spence is pretty much surrounded. Like Spence, at this point, he's either gonna have to fight his mandatory and then Bud or possibly Boots, or he's gonna have to go into like right into like a Bud fight to avoid a Boots fight. You know what I mean? Worst case scenario is for Spence to fight Boots before he fights a Bud, because he may not get out of that Boots fight. And you know what, the perception is crazy, right? The perception is crazy because it seems like a lot of Errol Spence fans, it seems like they're nervous. I don't think it's Spence. I think Spence has enough confidence to where he feels like he's gonna walk into the ring and he gonna beat Bud and he gonna beat Boots. I think it's more so with his some of his fans. I'm not gonna say all of his fans, but some of his fans are really throwing a lot of roadblocks and things like that, and making a lot of excuses for him not to get in the ring with Bud, or for him not to get into the ring with Boots. Um, a lot of these Errol Spence fans are advocating him to fight Ugas. And I don't think that fight's going to happen because he's going to have to fight Stan Jonas at 147. So it's kind of interesting because, and the reason I say this is because this is not the first time we've seen a fighter, the reputation of a fighter or the opinion of a fighter is affected by how their fans talk and not necessarily the fighter. Wilder was like that for a long time, where there were people speaking almost on his behalf, and people had a strong opinion about Wilder. And you know, it took for him to actually start talking to clarify his own personal opinions on things. And that might start to be the situation for Spence, because if Spence goes a long time without saying anything, like people are gonna run with whatever narrative these popular YouTube people or these popular media people are actually running with. You know what I mean? So I don't mind Spence coming in talking. I don't mind Spence coming in talking, speaking his mind. I mean, listen, if he calls somebody on the phone and they ain't answer, okay. If you want to put a tweet out about it, cool. No problem. You know what I'm saying? If you want to put out a cryptic tweet, that's cool too. I ain't got no problem with that neither. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for the trash talk. Just as long as the fight get done. Long as the fight get done. Like, only way Spence is gonna get out of this smoke at 147 is unless he moves up to 154. And to be honest with you, Bud might chase him up at 154, and Boots might go chase him up at 154. So it really ain't nowhere to really. I can't say hide, but it's not even hiding because, like, to be honest with you, Spence could go into a fight against Boots and Bud and possibly be the favorite against both of them. There's a lot of people that feel like Spence will beat both of them. So I don't want to say running and hiding and things like that. I don't want to say that about somebody that could arguably be the favorite in two of the biggest fights he could take at 147. Um, but it's just the level of danger is very, very, very high. Very high. He fights Boots. The danger is very high. I mean, flammable. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Bud. It's a unification fight, and that's a highly, highly flammable type fight. For Spence. So I don't want to come off like Spence is scared or he don't want no smoke or anything like that, because I don't think that's him at all. I think you really got to look at some of the fans and make sure you differentiate the fans talk versus Errol Spence actually talking. Um, Andre Southgate said Errol may be trying to get into the league. Called Conrad to take a bye. That's funny. That is funny. That is funny. Said it has to be Crawford. Conrad laughing. Burt Wood said Jared Anderson is the future of the heavyweights. I love Jared Anderson, but Burt Wood, he's not exempt from anybody else that's up and coming, man. I want to see him step up the competition. I want to see him fight different types of heavyweights and see if he's really the goods. But I love Jared Anderson. Who trash talked Earl recently? Bud. Said it must be Bud. Has to be. Andre Southgate, I doubt it's guys. Only two guys I can think of. Yeah, I think there's only two guys. TMFC Moss, it says, I saw Montana Love say he wants Broner. Why him? Wouldn't they be buddies since they are from Ohio? But I understand a Broner fight will be money for him. That's really what it's all about, bro. You call Broner out, man, you know it's gonna be a bag. You know it's gonna be a bag of money involved, and then the risk is not that high compared to how Broner has been performing. You don't know what weight class he's gonna be in. You don't know any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So people calling out Broner because they know if they beat Broner or beat him really bad, that it's probably gonna turn you into a star. It's gonna make your popularity shoot up, and you're gonna build a name. A bigger name than what you had before you got into the ring with him. So I understand why Broner gets called out, despite how people feel about AB. AB can better sell out his name to Eddie Hearn. That's something that Shane and I was saying. Um, Shane and I was saying that for a while. Like he could sign with Eddie and literally go on a European tour, and whatever money he owes Al, he gonna pay that back, and plus he gonna have a big bag. He can go out there. He can fight the winner of Con Brook. Then he can fight the loser of Con Brook, and then he can fight Connor Ben. And if they want to throw David Evanesian in the mix, they can throw him in the mix too. He could literally take 4 fights out there, and the money would be nice. Maybe not the Evanesian fight, but definitely Con Brook and Ben. They would sell out stadiums. They would sell out small stadiums for Broner to fight any of those guys, man. And I think the bag would be crazy. The bag would be crazy. Eddie will make sure that he's paid. He'll be, make sure he's taken care of financially. I think that's the best route. I think that's the best route. Um, for sure. Um, Let me see. Conrad said for Ben, yeah, Broner versus Ben. That's to me. I still think that's a good fight. I think it's a good fight, but I understand the logic on why Connor Ben wants Broner. Um, Andre Southgate, I don't see him fighting Boots until Boots gets into mandatory. If he's with Eddie, he will have unlimited rematch clauses. That's funny. He said he can't lose. Um, the thing is with Broner, because he's so popular outside of the ring and what he does inside of the ring, people are still paying money just to see him get his ass whipped or just to see him lose. You know what I'm saying? Like Broner's like the ultimate potential car crash, and people love to see a car crash. Like you know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't know where Broner would even campaign at. He could say 135, 140 all day, man. But if y'all see the pictures of Broner, he don't look like he's in any type of like real shape. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever it's time for Broner to get a fight, he has to lose a astronomical amount of weight, things like that. And listen, I'm not disrespecting these boxes, man. I mean, hell, I did a 4-day detox, just water for 4 days, man. I thought I was gonna die. Like, you know what I mean? I got a lot of respect for these fighters be cutting weight and all this and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he has to lose a lot of weight. And when you abuse your body, your body don't get better when you get older, it get worse. You know what I'm saying? So um Broner's not necessarily in a great place, compared to where he was 5 years, 6 years, 7 years ago. You know, father time catch up with everybody, but father time takes a little longer to kick in when you take care of your body in your 20s. You know what I mean? Obviously, Broner didn't do that. So everybody's just gunning for Broner right now because they think that's the easiest fight for the biggest bag. It is what it is. Andre Southgate, absolutely. As long as it's not Valdez style, yeah, we can't handle Oscar Valdez things going on. Definitely not. But I want y'all to answer this for me in the comment section. If Spence fights Bud and Boots, does he win both of them? Does he lose both of them? Does he go 1-1? And if he goes 1-1, who does he beat and who does he lose to? If Spence fights Bud and Boots, what's his record? Is he 0-2? Is he 1-1? Or do you think he can beat both of them? And would he be a favorite? Would he be a favorite in both of them fights? Would he be the betting favorite in both of those fights, man? I just found the post just fascinating that he's saying that somebody wasn't answering his phone calls. And I'm assuming he's talking about Bud. But I know the last time they had an argument, Bud said, I called you and you ain't answer. He said, nigga, I don't know your number. And Bud told him to save it. He told him to save his number because he tried to FaceTime me. So I know sometimes missed phone calls can happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm real curious to see who he was talking about. It has to be Bud, but I mean, it is what it is. He said 1-0. I think he will beat Boots. I know it's a big statement. Well, you got to give me the Bud fight. Who you think wins between Spence and Bud? Southgate? Gotta let me know, bro. Conrad, he said favorite versus Boots at the moment, slight underdog versus Bud. I think that's accurate. I think that's accurate. Conrad, but things can be different in a year or two. That's a fact as well. That's a fact as well. Um, Andre Southgate, Crawford beats him. I reckon Boots looks good, no doubt. But everybody looks good until they fight the top guys. That's a true statement. The thing is, Andre Southgate, Boots is so impressive. Just the boxing eye test just tells you like he's the goods. But I might get criticized for this. I really don't care. But I want to see a fighter go through the exact same process I ask any other fighter to go through. I want to see them, in a dog fight. I want to see them, how do they respond when they take a shot? Those types of things, and it's still some questions in terms of Boots, in terms of what does he do in certain moments because he hasn't been in those moments, and that's not a discredit to him at all. I just want to see how he reacts. Somebody hit him with a good combination. How does he react? Somebody eat his shots for the first 7, 8 rounds. How does he react? Does his power translate late in round 9, round 10, round 11? Do it translate late? How's that gas tank? I know his gas tank is good, you know what I mean? But you want to see it under them lights. You know what I'm saying? Um, no doubt. Um, Let me see. TMF Moss said, I think he loses to Crawford, but not sure about Boots at this point because Spence fought the better competition. You know what, bro? A lot of people, I think he loses to Crawford. Me personally, I think he loses to Crawford. Do I think he beats Boots? I don't know if he beats Boots, but I think Spence has a better opportunity to beat Boots than Bud does. Because I think Boots is a more athletic, stronger version of what Bud is right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the fence about what Spence's record would be if he fought both of them. I'm on the fence about it. Burt Wood, junior featherweight, 122 pound. Who wins G5? Stephen Fulton or Ahmed Delayev? Um, I, bro, that's a 50-50 fight, man. That's tough. I'm gonna say Stephen Fulton because I'm from the city and he's from the city, and I don't want to get kicked out of the city. So I'm gonna say Stephen Fulton, but that's in all reality, that's a 50-50 fight, man. You can flip a coin on that one. Flip a coin on that one for sure. Adrian, he definitely should be the favorite on paper for both fights. Goes 1-1. Bud beats him. Okay, okay. Andre Southgate, I'm the same, bro. I feel that way towards Usyk. He hasn't been in deep water like that. Yeah, it's the thing, and it's not even the fact that you don't think they can handle it. It's just you just want to see it. Like it's like they tell you a sports car goes 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds. You believe it because it's in the specs, but you still want to see them on the. You still want to see that sports car on the track actually go 60 miles in 3 seconds. You still want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Andre Southgate said 100% spot on, brother. Said the Bradis fight was tough. Yeah, Bradis is a problem, man. Post traumatic. Big shout out to you, bro. If you're not subscribed to the channel, man, please subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Go to g5jeftv.com as well. Join the Boxing Prediction Fantasy League, man. $550 for the winner of the league and a championship belt. Bragging rights and shit talking. You know what I'm saying? And it's free to join, man. Definitely join us. Said, boy, Boots ain't stronger than Bud. No way. Bro, listen, I'm in the city, man. I'm in Philly, bro. Boots is the bigger fighter. Boots is the stronger fighter. And I'm not just saying that because he's from Philly. Just trust me on that one. He's the bigger fighter. He's the stronger fighter. That's not saying that Boots will win the fight against Bud. I'm just saying he's the bigger fighter. He's the stronger fighter. Respect is earned. Big shout out to you, bro. Go subscribe to the channel, man. G5 Jeff TV. You know what I'm saying? Join the Boxing Prediction Fantasy League on g5jeftv.com. $550 for the winner of the league championship belt and bragging rights, man, for season 2, man. He said Errol don't want that Bud smoke. Respect is earned. I will say this. I've seen Spence more energetic about fighting other people than he is about fighting Bud. I've seen him more energetic. You know what I'm saying? He's way more energetic about fighting Pacquiao. He was way more energetic about fighting Keith Thurman back in the day. Danny Garcia. There's some guys that he was really excited about fighting, and he just didn't get to fight. I don't hear him really talking that talk when it comes down to Bud. You know what I'm saying? Burt Wood, they all got a plan till they get into the ring. That's a fact. They all got a plan till they get punched in the mouth too. Post traumatic, he said, done. Yeah, it's like you gotta see them side by side, bro. Like Boots and Bud. Like Bud is naturally he's the bigger guy. Like, trust me, like I said, I'm not saying that Boots definitely beats Bud, but he's the bigger, more solid guy. Like Boots can legit fight at 154, like for sure. You know what I'm saying? So just that's just what it is. And, he's a younger guy, you know what I'm saying? So Boots kind of, you know, not still growing, but he been a full-fledged 147 for a while. You got to remember Bud came from 140, 135. He went up from, weight classes. So, I'm not just saying that just to be saying it. Respect is earned. That's why he don't talk about the best in the world. Respect is earned, said Bud smokes all men. Um, Post traumatic said, but shout out from Petersburg, Virginia. Big shout out to Petersburg, Virginia, man. Big shout out to VA, man. Conrad Boxing, could Josh Taylor get into that mix? It depends, man. If he wants to get into the mix, I don't know. Like, he on the wrong side of the street though. Like, if Bud couldn't get a fight with none of them dudes under top rank, I don't think Josh Taylor's gonna be able to. I wish he could though. But I need to see him fight a fight at 147 if that's what he's gonna do. But there's plenty of smoke for him at 140. Conrad Boxing, Taylor versus Boots, Bud, Spence prediction. Um, Josh Taylor loses to all three. And it's only because I don't know how Josh Taylor performs at 147. He's never fought at 147 until I see him fight at 147. I can't say that he beats any of those guys. I can't say that he beats Boots. I can't say that he beats Bud. I can't say that he beats Spence. But Josh Taylor's a really, really good fighter, man. He's a really, really good fighter, man. But you talking about the creme. Like, I don't even know who he had the best shot against out of the three. Maybe Boots, because he doesn't have the experience as Spence's Bud, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Respect is earned. Spence will get TKO'd by 11th. I repeat, by 11th. Remember, I said that. I will definitely remember that. Definitely remember that. Andre Southgate, yeah, Bud the man to stop Porter when nobody else does. Also showed his strength as a big statement against a tough Porter. Yeah, it was the way that he got the knockdowns for me, Andre. The way he judged distance, backed up, pivoted to his right, got the perfect angle, and just shot the shot up the middle. Beautiful stuff. You know what I'm saying? My sports in the building, man. Peace, everyone. Big shout out to you, bro. Post traumatic. Oh wow, didn't know he was that big. Is Boots is a big 147, man. He is a big 147. Ask anybody that's in Philly or been in the gym with Boots. They'll tell you the same thing. I ain't trust me. I'm not capping, man. I'm definitely not capping. Um, Burtwood, Comey looked way bigger than Loma. Yeah, Loma's not the biggest 135. I think he's a 135 pounder, but he's not a big 135. Like he's that's probably his cap right now. If he went up to like 140, 147, I think it'd be too much for him. Respect his earned. Said Spence stays climbing over the fence. That's funny. Said Bud finishes Taylor easy. I mean, I don't think it'll be easy work, but I think he beats Taylor. Respect his earned. I said uppercut would do it. Solid, solid. Davidian Simmons, what's going on, good brother? He said, hey, God bless my boxing brother. God bless everyone in the chat. What do you think about Errol Spence Jr.? I think uh I think that with Spence, I think he hears the talking, and I think he hears that people are talking as if like he's scared, and he's trying to make excuses when it's really just some of his fans is doing that. So I think he really just put that out there to let people know like he ain't running from no smoke. Like I said, Spence could arguably walk into a Boots fight or a Bud fight as the betting favorite. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say that he's scared or anything like that. I'm just saying he got some tough ass fights ahead of him. Some tough ass fights ahead of him. If he beats Bud and Boots back to back, he can stamp the Hall of Fame. Stamp it. Stamp it. No doubt. Like he can stamp it. Like he would go down as one of the greats at 147 if he was to beat Bud and Boots back to back on top of what he's already done. Like if he was to beat like Bud, Boots, Thurman, oh man, like he go down as one of the great 147s of all time. Like back to back to back. Oh my god. Yeah. My sports said, bro, it's me, bro, VP. I know it's you. Big shout out to VP Shane, man, aka My Sports. I ain't know if you want me to put your other joint out there. But big shout out to the VP, man. He had the night off tonight, but we holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Andre Southgate, Bud beats Taylor, no doubt. Yeah, I think Bud beats Taylor. It's a good fight though. Hang he hang with Yella. That's funny. He hang out with Yella Beezy. That's funny. Said never ever. Andre Southgate, Ugas is still there as well. Yeah, he got the whole Stan Jonas fight hanging over his head right now. I wish they would have just let him fight Spence. I think he deserves it. I mean, what else does he have to do? He just came off a Pacquiao victory. Like, why would you stick him in there with Stan Jonas when you can get unification at 147 with Spence? Don't make any logical sense to me. They wouldn't if Pacquiao was still the champion, they wouldn't have forced him to fight Stan Jonas. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. A lot of these sanctioning bodies, they not consistent in their actions. You know what I'm saying? But I understand it. Like Ugas is not Pacquiao. Like he don't get the same dibs and the same perks as Pacquiao. Like it is what it is. Like they would never force a Floyd to fight a Stan Jonas. They would never make a Pacquiao fight a Stan Jonas type. They would never make a Canelo fight a Stan Jonas type. We understand what it is when it comes down to these sanctioning bodies, but me personally, I think Ugas deserves an opportunity at Spence. Him beating Pacquiao gave him that right, and I think he should get Spence. If it's not me personally, I'd rather see the Bud fight and the Boots fight over the Ugas fight. But if Spence wanted to unify before he took on either one of those two, then I wouldn't have a problem with him fighting Ugas if it's a unification fight. But be clear, that's the least of the three that I want to see. Respect is earned. Bud won Ugas. Ugas got him in the Olympics. Um, that's the thing. Like Ugas, all of them are PBC, man. So it's gonna be hard for Bud to get in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Andre got Southgate said that's corrupt. Pac-Man, a legend. Give Ugas the Spence fight. I do think he deserves it. I think he deserves it. To be honest with you, if you want to just talk about who deserves it more, I think Ugas deserves a shot at Spence over Boots. Like Ugas has done more in the field. Like you understand what I'm saying? That's no disrespect to Boots at all. Um, Say Bud deserves anyone he wants. Yeah, I think. I mean, Bud and Spence is the fight we want. That's the fight we all want. You know what I'm saying? That's the fight we all want at the end of the day. Burt Wood, he said G5, P pound for pound, not fair to judge 118 class, 220 class, and all the other weights in the same breath. Um, See, that's the thing about pound for pound, bro. Like pound for pound is whatever you want it to be. Like pound for pound is your own criteria. Whatever your criteria is to create your pound for pound, that's what it is. Now, generally, it's supposed to be if there wasn't a weight class and you just putting a guy's skills up against everybody else, who would be the top guys? That's the real meaning of pound for pound. But other guys have, other criteria when it comes down to it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think there's anything wrong with pound for pound lists. It's just when you make your list, you just got to come up with your criteria for it and have a good explanation for it. You know what I mean? Respect his earn said 100, 100. He said, I'm back driving home. Willie G, man, safe travels to you, bro, for real. But I mean, if I had it my way, I would say um Spence is, I don't think he's uncomfortable or anything like that, or he's worried or anything like that. Like, I think he would go into the fight confident. I think he would go into the fight confident against Boots. I think he would go into the fight confident against Bud. The thing that is going to keep Spence in every single fight is he's one of the best. He got one of the best jabs in the business. He's one of the best at judging distance. He's one of the best is at actually throwing compact shots, getting leverage on his shots. Um, he's got a chin. He got dog in him, and he's been an elite level 47 pounder for the majority of his career. So you can't discredit any of those things. And because he throws those short, compact shots, they get to the target quicker. Um, Spence shots are more compact than Bud shots. So in an exchange, Spence should get to the target quicker. Um, Spence shots is more compact than Boots shots. So if he gets into a back and forth with Boots, he's throwing shot for shot. Traditional thinking would say Spence should get to the target quicker because the shots is more compact. Whoever got the shorter, more compact shots is going to get to the target. Is going to get to the target first. That's just forget who it is. That's just physics, law of physics. Like, the guy that's going to throw the shorter shots, more compact shots, is going to get home quicker. You know what I'm saying? Andre said, "Yeah, Spence is very confident boxer. His aggression is good and likes to play with fire." Yeah, like Spence a problem, man. Like Spence a problem. People be talking like Spence ain't no problem. Like Spence has been one of the top two 147 pounders for years for a reason, man. You know what I mean? We hate to see that he went through that car accident and you know what I'm saying, had the detached retina and all that, man. So people see blood in the water, so they think they can take advantage. But if Spence is like 100% Spence, he has a good shot at beating Boots. He has a good shot at beating Bud. That's just how good Spence is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big fan of Spence. It's just style wise, I think Bud is more dynamic than Spence, and I think Boots is more dynamic than Spence. But I'm not saying that Spence can't win both of those fights because technically he does a lot of things that could give Boots problems and that can give Bud problems. And then Spence has always been a huge 147, huge 147. So Boots is not coming in with a size advantage against Spence, and neither is Bud. And he's probably bigger than Bud. You know what I'm saying? So I love the matchups. If it was up to me, I think Spence shouldn't be fighting any meaningless fights anymore in his career. Um, If I feel like if they're gonna put him, if they're gonna give him the Ugas fight, for unification, give him the Ugas fight. If it's Spence, if he does Ugas, Bud, and then Boots, if Boots is the mandatory, or if he decides to move up, the only way I would allow for him to not fight Boots in a mandatory situation is unless he goes at the 154 and like Charlo or Castano is like the unified champion at 154. He's going up to see them to make history. That's the only way I would allow him to not fight Boots, like under those circumstances. Um, Pert Wood says, G5, did you see that body shot? Oh my God. Uh, Nonito Donaire versus Caballo. Ouch, my pound for pound first Nonito. I said this in the last live, Bert. If you had to show somebody how to throw a body shot, that's the video you would show. Like it was a picture perfect body shot. Like to be honest with you, I ain't seen a body shot that good since Amir Khan landed that double body shot on Marcos Maidana Chino back in the day. That's what that shot reminded me of. You know what I'm saying? And it debilitates your whole body. Andre says Spence is good inside the pocket, roughing up. Yeah, his walk down game is nice. He keep his foot. He always has an advantage as far as his foot placement. Um, he's really, really good. Really good. Yeah, go straight for Spence versus Bud. Yeah, I don't want to see me personally. I don't want to see him fight Ugas. I'd rather see him fight Bud. If he gets out of the Bud fight, if he wants to fight Spence to unify, then he can fight Spence and unify, or stand if it's Stan Jonas, whatever. And then if he got to fight Boots as the mandatory, then that's what he got to do. But like I said, if it's a fight at 154 for all the marbles, whether it's Charlo or Castano, if he goes up to see one of them two, I wouldn't be mad if he leave a Boots fight on the table. You know what I'm saying? Or drops a belt for Boots to get, a vacant strap and he moves up to 54 and go do his thing. So, you know, we'll see what happens. See, Donaire's the man. Yeah, Donaire is a problem, bro. Donaire is a problem. Serious problem, man, for sure, man. Like he's 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 talking about he's talking Hall of Fame status right now. Donaire. He might be my fighter of the year. I still gotta figure that out. I know I talked to Shane about that off camera. Um, but he might be my fighter of the year, man. He might be my fighter of the year, man. Like in which the way in which he's getting these victories, man, is man, saying a lot. You know what I mean? It's really, really saying a lot, man. Like for sure. You know what I'm saying? Um, See if anything popping on Instagram right now. Big shout out to Red Nose Pit out there on Instagram. Big shout out to you, bro. Big shout out to my guy Padman McGriff. Big shout out to him out of Vegas, man. Big shout out to strength and conditioning coach for Sharon Businis, Mr. Rob Acosta. Big shout out to him. Kiki, what's happening? What's happening, baby? Kiki, I need you to deliver a message for me. I need uh oh man, I just had a brain freeze. I need Ashley's Cash App. She actually got a perfect prediction on Saturday. So I was running a little contest on Saturday. She got a perfect prediction. So tell her to get with me on IG and the DMs. Donaire 39 now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it so crazy. That's what makes it so crazy. You know what I mean? Kiki said, okay. All right, cool, cool, cool. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, but Spence a hot topic right now, man. Spence is a hot topic. Um, Spence, Bud, Boots, Ugas, like 147 cooking right now. It's cooking. All we need is for them to get in the ring. That's all we need. It's for all them to get in the ring like they do at 122. You know what I'm saying? Andre said, yeah, that power lasts forever, though. Donaire left hook is a killer. Yeah, Donaire a problem, man. Like Donaire is a problem. See, now I want to see Donaire and the Nui. I want to see Donaire and the Nui the rematch. I want to see that. Uh Donaire has earned that. You know what I'm saying? If he want to take that fight and then ride off into the sunset, that'd be great. Um, Let me see. Um, Kiki, got you, got you. Hold on, I'm gonna lock her in real quick. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, just a second, y'all. Let me see. Al gravy. Okay. All right, I got it. It's in our show description. I got you. I got you. Big shout out to Kiki. Conrad, shout out Kiki. Um, yeah, man, but we should be in Texas for the Charlo and Castano fight. Should be Shane, uh Vlog and myself. We should be out there for that fight. My sports said Conrad is doing this thing in the league. Yeah, Conrad definitely doing this thing in the league, man. This league heavy competition right now, man. It's heavy competition for the people that's not subscribed to the league, man. G5FTV.com, man. Go to take your pick, make your picks for this weekend's fights. Um and $550 for the winner of the league championship belt. You know what I'm saying? Uh Kiki said, "Oh, okay, that's 4 hours from me in Houston." Yeah, yeah, we definitely gonna be down there for the Charlo Castano fight for sure. Um My sports said, "Bro, no promises because England might shut down because of COVID." Yeah, Lord willing, that doesn't happen. But I hear you, bro. He said, "Why does Hollywood Elite only come out for heavyweights?" Because that's what casuals do. That's about as simple as I can put it. We got over 50. Next step is 75. Yeah, we try and get 75 people in the fantasy league. Our ultimate goal is to get to 100 plus. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get that by season 3. Um, is that fight announced? What fight you talking about, bro? What fight you talking about? Andre said fighter of the year. Have to give it to Porter myself, even though he lost. Just what happened with him and his dad. Porter has the best resume in welterweight, best resume in PBC. Um, all of that is true, but none of that makes him fighter of the year. There has to be some level of success when it comes down to being a fighter of the year. You know what I mean? Kiki said, my ass forgot last week. I had a lot going on. I had to get my hair done. Um, I should have shot you a text or something like that. So that's my fault. Um, I'll definitely remind you. Davidian, the monster, Anui is a monster. Yeah, he a monster, man. He definitely a monster. One of the best in the business, man, for sure. Andre Southgate, Spence tried to join the league, asked Conrad to take a bye. Conrad, pick up the phone, listen to Spence. Hey man, Conrad, pick up the phone, bro. Pick up the phone. Conrad said Charlo Castano too. Yeah. Hopefully if COVID don't get in the way, man, all three of us will be down there in Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to link up with Kiki, gonna try to link up with Stay Ready and all them people down there, Jay Prince and all those guys. He said I need to lose for these jokes to stop, Andre. Conrad ain't losing no time soon, man. Conrad in here doing his thing, man, for sure. But you're not far behind. You know what I mean? You're not far behind at all, man. But he said I'll drink after I select my picks. That's good. That's good. Listen, man, we gonna close it out right there, man. We're gonna close it out right there, man. Hopefully we'll have a full staff tomorrow. VP Shane and Boxing First Vlog will be here. But I don't mind cooking up with y'all dolo. Really don't matter to me. At the end of the day, man. I talk boxing with any and everybody at any time. Y'all already know. But I just felt like the Spence tweet was a little interesting, and the fact that it was deleted, I felt like that was interesting as well. You know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna close it out right there, man. So I'm gonna do a roll call. Big shout out to Kiki, Conrad Boxing, Andre Southgate, My Sports, aka VP Shane. Davidian Simmons was in the building. Burt Wood was in the building. Who else we had in the building? Willie G, respect is earned. Who else? Post Traumatic was in the building. Boxing First Vlog, of course, was in the building. Adrian was in the building. TMFC Moss was in the building. Big shout out to you. Um, Let me see. Andre Southgate, of course. Miles Williams was in the building. L Dub the Plug was in the building. Uh, who else was in the building? Uh, Willie G was in the building. Toshi, my man Toshi was in the building. Big shout out to him. Um, Let me see. My man Blaze Philly 215 was in the building there as well. Second Ezra was in the building. Um, Don Shotta 24 was in the building. Adrian was in the building. We had a nice little crowd. You know what I'm saying? We will be back tomorrow with episode 36. Davidian Simmons said, "Why was it deleted?" Um, I don't know. I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. Like, if he said it, he should just stand on it. You know what I'm saying? He should stand on it at the end of the day. Like, everybody else is the one talking trash about Spence. Why he can't get his off? You know what I'm saying? Andre Southgate said, "Salute, bro. Salute to you, bro." He said, "Andre, stop. Have a good night." Hey, man, Conrad, appreciate you jumping on, man. As always, man. Second, as I said, peace to my boxing family, man. Big shout out to you, bro. You know all y'all family, as far as I'm concerned, man. But go follow VP Shane on exclusively on Instagram at I_am Shane, the number one. Again, that is I_am Shane, the number one. Big shout out to the VP. You know what I'm saying? Be working the controls behind the scenes, man, making sure everything flowing the way it's supposed to be flowing. Big shout out to my guy Boxing First Vlog, man. Definitely go to his YouTube channel and go hit that subscribe button. Trying to get him to 1,000 subs, man. If we get him to 1,000 subs, man, the grand prize for the prediction fantasy league is going to be $650. It's going to be, I'm gonna up it $100 if my man get up to 1,000 subs, man. Big shout out to Boxing First Vlog, the OG, the General, Blunt Bayless, as always, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all over the place, man. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, G5Jeff TV. You know what I'm saying? All across the board, man. Even when I'm not on this camera, man, y'all can holler at me on social media, on any of the platforms. Really don't matter to me. Y'all can hit my phone up. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boxing family on and off the camera for sure. You know what I'm saying? But on behalf of my man VP Shane, aka Shane Ibiabuchi, aka Shane Usyk, my man Boxing First Vlog, aka Blunt, aka the General, aka Blunt Bayless. Your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. On behalf of the staff, we're gonna see y'all tomorrow with episode 36, the Goodfellas podcast. We out.